Om Shanti, 10 January 2023, Morning Murali. Om Shanti, Babdada Madhuban. Essence, sweet children, this is the birth in which you have died alive. You are claiming your inheritance from God, the Father. You have won a huge lottery, therefore remain in limitless happiness. Question: what should you tell yourself in order to end all your worrying and finish your anger? Answer: I am a child of God. I have to become as sweet as the Father. Just as Baba explains in a sweet way and doesn't get angry, in the same way I must be very sweet with others and not become like salt water. Because I understand that every second that passes is part of the drama. Therefore, what is there to worry about? Talk to yourself in this way and your worrying will end and your anger will disappear. Song: this time of spring is a time to enjoy and forget the world. Om Shanti. This song is about the happiness of the children of God. You will not be able to sing such songs of happiness in the golden age. It is now that you receive treasures. This lottery is the greatest of all. When people win a lottery, they become very happy. By winning this lottery, you experience the happiness of heaven for birth after birth. This is the birth in which you have died alive. If you have not died a living death, this cannot be your birth of dying alive. Your mercury of happiness cannot rise high until you have died. That is, until you have made the Father belong to you. Therefore, you cannot receive your full inheritance until then. Those who belong to the Father and who remember Him are also remembered by the Father. You are the children of God. You have the intoxication that you are claiming your inheritance and a blessing from God, the Father, for whom devotees stumble around on the path of devotion. They adopt many methods to try and meet the Father. They study many verse, scriptures and magazines, etc. However, day by day, the world continues to become more sorrowful. It has to become Tamu Pradhan. This is a tree of thorns. The Lord of Thorn comes and changes thorn into flower. The thorns have become very large and they prick with great force. They have been given many different names. They don't exist in the golden age. The Father explains this is a word of thorn. They continue to give sorrow to each other within a household. There are such unworthy children. Don't even ask. They cause a lot of sorrow for their mother and father. Not everyone is the same. Human beings don't know who it is that causes the most sorrow. The Father says, the Gurus have destroyed the praise of God, whereas we praise Him a great deal. He is the supremely worthy Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. The picture of Shiva is very good, but there are many people who don't accept that Shiva is a point of light, because they say that souls and the Supreme Soul are one. A soul is very subtle. He sits in the center of a forehead, and so how could the form of God be larger than that? Many scholars laugh at the Brahmakumaris and say that the form of God cannot be like that He is an eternally burning light, or that He is brighter than 1,000 suns. In fact, that is wrong. Only the Father himself can tell you his correct praise. He is the seed of human word tree. This word is like an inverted tree. No one in the golden and silver ages remembers him. People remember God when they are unhappy. They say, "O God, O Supreme Father, O Supreme Soul, have mercy." There is no one in the golden and silver ages who asks for mercy. They are the fathers, the creator's new creation. The praise of that Father is limitless. He is the ocean of knowledge, the purifier. Because he is the ocean of knowledge, he must surely have given knowledge. He is the truth, the living being, and the embodiment of bliss. He is a living soul, the living souls that imbibe knowledge. For instance, when a soul leaves his body, he carries the sanskars of knowledge with him. When he becomes a child, he will still have those sanskars, but because the organs of the mouth will be small, he would be unable to speak. When his organs grow, the soul is inspired to remember, and the memory returns. Little children also remember the scriptures, etc. That is because of the sanskars from their previous birth. The Father is now giving us our inheritance of knowledge. He has the knowledge of the whole world because he is the seed. He cannot call ourselves the seed. The seed of a tree definitely has the knowledge within it of the beginning, middle, and end of that tree. The Father himself says, "I am the seed of the word." The seed of this tree is up above. That Father is the truth, the living being, the embodiment of bliss, and the knowledge, the ocean of knowledge. He also has the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. What other knowledge could he have? Would it be the knowledge of the scriptures? Many have that. God would surely have something new, something that no scholar, etc. would know. Ask anyone, how does the word tree emerge? How is it sustained? How long is its lifespan, and how is it destroyed? How does it grow? No one would be able to explain any of these things. Of all the scriptures, the Gita is the only jewel. All the rest are its children. If people don't understand anything even after reading the Gita, how would they benefit by studying any other scripture? The inheritance is receiving through the Gita. The Father now explains the secrets of the whole drama. The Father changes your intellects from stone to divine and makes you into lords of the divinity. Everyone has such a stone intellect that they are now lords of stone. However, they give themselves very big titles and consider themselves to have divine intellects. The Father explains, "My praise is the most unique. I am the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of peace, the ocean of happiness." Deities cannot be praised in this way. Devotees go in front of the deities' idols and say, "You are full of all divine virtues, completely pure with 16 celestial degrees." You understand that the praise is of only the one Father, and only we know his praise. Your intellects now have the full knowledge of how those who are portrayed in the temples have taken their full 84 births. Therefore, how much happiness you now have. Previously, you didn't think in this way. You now understand that you have to become like them. Your intellects have been transformed a great deal. The Father explains to you, children, become very sweet with one another. Don't be like salt water. Does Baba ever get angry with anyone? He explains in a very sweet manner. Even 1 second that passes can be said to be part of the drama. What is there to worry about in that? Explain to yourself in this way. You children of God are not any less. You can understand that God's children must definitely live with God. God is incorporeal, and so his children too must be incorporeal. Those same children come here and adopt costumes to play their parts. The human beings in heaven belong to the deity religion. If you were to calculate how many births each one takes, you would have to beat your head so much. However, it is understood that the number of the births decreases according to the time they come. Previously, you used to believe that human beings became cats and dogs. There is the contrast of day and night in your intellect between then and now. All of these things have to be imbibed. It is explained in a nutshell that the cycle of 84 births is now over. You now have to shed your dirty bodies. All of your bodies are old, decayed and tamopradhan. Remove your attachment from them. Why should you remember your old bodies? Now remember the new bodies that you are to receive in the golden age. You will go into the golden age via the land of liberation. When we go to the land of liberation in life, everyone else go to the land of liberation. This is known as the cries of victory. After the cries of sorrow, there will be the cries of victory. So many will die, and so something has to be the instrument for that. There will be natural calamities. It is not that the ocean alone will destroy all the lands. Everything has to be finished up. However, Bharat, the impressible land, remains because it is the birthplace of Shiv Baba. This land becomes the greatest pilgrimage place of all. The Father grants salvation to all, but human beings don't know this. For them not to know is also fixed in the drama. This is why the Father says, children, you didn't know anything either. I explained the whole secret of the Creator and His creation. That is, the beginning, the middle, and the end of the human world. Rishis and Munis have said that there is no end to it. They don't understand that the 5 voices are the greatest enemies of the whole world. People of Bharat continue to burn Ravan year after year, but they don't know him because he is neither physical nor spiritual. The voices have no form at all. It is only when a person starts to act that it is understood whether he has an evil spirit of lust or anger. There are the highest, the average, and the lowest stages in the voices as well. Some have a tamopradhan intoxication of lust. Some have rajo stage of intoxication. Some have a sato stage of intoxication. Some even remain celibate from birth. They think that it is too much bother to be part of a household. Such ones are known as the best people among sannyasis. Those who have been celibate from birth are considered to be good. It is very good for the government because the population doesn't increase. They receive the power of purity. There is no incognito. Sannyasis remain pure. little children also remain pure, and those in their stage of retirement remain pure as well. Therefore, the power of purity continues to be received. They still have a rule that a child should remain pure up to a certain age. They also receive strength from that. You have pure inner Sadhupradhan way. You make a promise to Father in this last birth. You are the ones who establish the golden age. Those who remain pure are the ones and who become the masters of the pure world, number-wise according to their efforts. This is God's family. Once every cycle you live with God, and then you take many births in the deity clan. This is one birth is invisible. This clan of gods in the highest of all. The Brahmin clan is the highest, the top knot. From the lowest clan, we have become those who belong to the highest Brahmin clan. Only when Shiv Baba creates a Brahma clan, he creates a Brahmin. Those who remain in Baba's service experience a great deal of happiness. We have become God's children and are following God's Srimad. You glorify His name with your behavior. Baba says others have devilish stress, whereas you are becoming those with divine virtues. When you become complete, your behavior will have become very good. Baba will say, you are the ones with divine virtues, number-wise, according to your efforts. Those with devilish stress are also number-wise. There are also those who are celibate from birth. It is very good that sannyasi remain pure, but they cannot grant anyone salvation. If gurus were able to grant souls salvation, they would take those souls back with them. However, they leave them when they go away. Here, the Father says, I will take you back with me. I have come in order to take you back with me. They cannot take you. They themselves take rebirth to householders. Then, because of their sanskars, they again go and live in a gathering of sannyasis. Their names and forms continue to change in every birth. You children now understand that you will claim a status in the golden age according to the effort you make now. There, you will not know how you claimed your status. You understand at this time that whatever effort you made in the previous cycle, you will do the same now. Some children have also been given vision of how marriage take place there. There will be huge parks and gardens. There are now millions of people in Bharat. There will only be a few 100,000 there. There will not be any tall buildings with so many stories there. They exist now because there is no space. It will not be so cold there. There is no trace of sorrow there. There will not be so much heat that people would have to go up into the mountain. The very name is heaven. At this time, people are living in the forest of thorns. The more they desire happiness, the more their sorrow increases. There is now to be great deal of sorrow. When war breaks out, rivers of blood will flow. Acha, this Murali has been spoken in front of all you children. Number 1 is to listen personally. Number 2 is to listen to a tape. And number 3 is to read the Murali. Therefore, it is Sato Pradhan, Sato and Rajo. There cannot be a Tamo stage for this. It is absolutely accurate on the tape. Acha. To the long lost and newfound children, love, remembrance and good morning from Bab Dada and our sweet mama. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for dharana. First point, glorify the Father's name with your behavior and divine virtues. Remove devilish defects. Second point, don't have attachment to your old, decayed body. Remember your new body of the golden age, and divine incognito help by remaining pure. Blessing. May you be a master almighty authority and give souls sitting far away the experience of closeness with your power of spirituality. Explanation. With the facility of science, you are able to experience things far away to be close you. In the same way, with your divine intellect, you are able to experience something far away to be close you. Just as you are able to see, speak to, and give and take cooperation from those who are with you. In the same way, with your power of spirituality, you can give souls sitting far away the experience of closeness. For this, you simply need to be stable in the state of master almighty authority and have a full and perfect stage to make your power of thought clean. A slogan. Only those who inspire others with their every thought, word and action become images that give inspiration. Om Shanti.